Vayishlach. So just to start off with Mili with the Chusa, start off with a little joke. So the one was the guy
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay. Hello, welcome to Torah Talk, Parshas Vayishlach. Just be Yotze Mili with the Chusa, start off with a little joke. Once was a guy who would always, every single day, he would go to a Seder, learning Seder. He would learn Maseches Kedushin. Every day he had a great zechus. Every day he would go to learn that Seder each day. So one day he was walking down the road carrying his Gemara, going to learn. He met a guy and someone trying to mug him. So he took his Kedushin and bopped him on the head, took his Gemara and bopped him on the head and bopped him up, and he was out. So after he was like telling people about what a nace that happened to him on the way. And it was one of the names. People were saying, wow, it's because of the zechus. Every single day you go learn Torah. You're being kaveya, itim for Torah to learn Maseches Kedushin. Like, yeah, you're right. But boy, if I would have been learning Bava Basra, he would have been knocked out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now to get back to Parshas Vayishlach. So now to last week's question, Parshas Vayetze. The question was, when were all the Shvatim born? So the answer is in Medrash Tadshe. Medrash Tadshe, one rarer Medrash, Perek Ches. It says, it lists when all the dates, when all the Shvatim were born. So Ruvain, it happens to be Ruvain, he was born on Yud Daled Kislev, which is actually last Monday, 4 days ago. Last Monday was actually Ruvain's birthday. And also, the Eish al Avram, Parshas Avram says they also died on that same day. It was his birthday and his Yartzeit. So now, the rest were Shimon, Chaf Av, Teves, Levi, Tes Nai Nisan, Yehuda, Tes Vav Sivan, Yisachar, Chaf Av, Zevulun, Zayin, Tishrei, Dan, Tes Elon, Naphtali, Hey Sivan, Gad, Yod, Tishrei, Yom Kippur, Asher, Chaf Shvat, Yosef, Chaf Aleph, Tishrei, Naphtali is Hey Sivan, Gad is Yod Tishrei, Asher is Chaf Shvat, Yosef is Chaf Aleph Tishrei, and Binyamin is Yod Aleph Cheshvan. So now, the Medrash goes on to say that, okay, so now we're done all the Shvatim, and now we're done with months, but except for 2, Iyar and Adar. Who were born Iyar and Adar? That leaves Ephraim and Menashe. Ephraim and Menashe were born Iyar and Adar. I don't know which one's which, what day in Iyar and Adar. They were born in that month. So now in the Yalka beginning of Parshas Shemos, it has, and also the Rein V'chaya beginning of Parshas Shemos, they have a slightly different gersons on these dates. So yeah, it is the Medrash. Okay, so last week, remember we spoke about the battle, how great, why did Yaakov, in this week's Parsha, when Yaakov Levadai, he went back, crossed the river, ended up getting a fight with Sar Esav to get back his jugs. So why did he want to get the jugs? We said before that he wanted it because they were such special jugs. He saw how great they were for so many things, being anointing, all different things throughout time, they'll be used, how holy they are. And they're still around. They're still kept for the Asid Lavai. Those same jugs. That's why I want to go back. So if you take a look, actually, that's the Canaan. You know what he says? You know what he says? He says actually that like also Yaakov Levada, he got left alone for Levada by himself. So you can read the word Levada. I'll take read Levada El Likadai. He went back Likadai for his jug. Kad, like a jug. Or another interpretation is that like also Yaakov Levadai seems to go like the Medrash that we quoted. Levadai, he translates it as like Levadai, bad, lashon of Beis Habad. Beis Habad is where they would press the olives, the house they had where they would press the olives, that's called Beis Habad. So Levadai, for his Beis Habad, that's the Kaim says it because it was a derech that they would, the way it was that they would put the oil in those small jugs. So that goes well, that according to the one that says that those jugs were of the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, interesting.
That's the Canaan, yeah. So it also, while we're at Parshas Vayetze, the Shlah, Rav Yeshaya Levi Horowitz, the Shlah. So in Sefer Shem HaGedolim by the Chida, when he goes through all different Gedolim, Gaonim, Yishonim, Achronim, so when he talks about the Shlah in Ois Yod, and Siman Shin Sadi Tes 399, he says about him that the Shlah, the story, he came to Yerushalayim. When he came to Yerushalayim in his life, he traveled to Yerushalayim in the year 5382, which is in English year 1622. When he came to Yerushalayim on Erev Shabbos, this was Erev Shabbos in which Parsha? Parshas Vayishlach. He came on Erev Shabbos, what was the Parsha? The Parsha was Man Nori Mokom Hazeh V'Zer Shar HaShemayim. That was the Parsha of the week. When Yaakov came to Yerushalayim in the Har HaBayis, he came to the same Parsha, Man Nori Mokom Hazeh V'Zer Shar HaShemayim. This is the gate of the Shemayim in Yerushalayim. So when the Shlah came, he called the Sefer, he made a Sefer on Tefillah, about like the Sodos and Kavonos of Tefillah. It's called Shar HaShemayim. Why do you call it that? Because he made it in Yerushalayim after he came in the Parsha of Shar HaShemayim, Parsha Vayishlach. So called Shar HaShemayim, like the gate of Shemayim, where the Tefillahs go up. So that's why he called it. Also, it's hinted, the Chidah says that's hinted to his name. Hashemayim, he called it Sefer Shar HaShemayim. Hashemayim, the gematria is equal to Yeshaya, which is the name. And then he says, like, it was printed twice in Amsterdam. This Sefer Shar HaShemayim printed twice in Amsterdam. The first time, the Bayis Chodesh, Rabbi Yoel Sirkis, he gave a haskama to it, and he said in his haskama to the Sefer of the Shlah, he was saying how great it was, and he said lots of praises about it. And then the Chidah goes on to list a few other Gaonim of his generation that also gave haskamas to it. Yeah. And it also says something interesting about Shlah, that he had the neshama of Rus. When he came to Eretz Yisrael, he got the neshama of Rus. It's really from Seder Doros, he brings it from. He got the neshama of Rus into him. So it says a remez that if you take a look at every single pasuk in Sefer Rus, it starts with a vav. Every single pasuk, except for 8 psukim. 8 psukim. 8 of the psukim do not start with the vav. Yeah, the first pasuk, that's a vav. All the psukim we feel except for 8. So those 8 psukim, also Rosh Hashanah psukim, Yeshaya, Yud Shin Ayin Yud Hey, Beis Aleph Lamed, Ben Avraham Levi. It's a remez to him in Rus, Sefer Rus. Those 8 psukim are Yeshaya, Beis Aleph Lamed, Ben Avraham Levi. That's his name. And it also says, like, his son, if you look at the back of Sefer Shlah, it has like a thick Sefer called Hakdamas Vavei Hamudim, written by his son, Shabsi. He's the son of the Shlah. He wrote Sefer Vavei Hamudim. So he says, he had Ruach HaKodesh. When he named that Sefer, his son had Ruach HaKodesh, Vavei Hamudim, like the hooks of the pillars. So Vavei Hamudim and Ruach HaKodesh, as his father is a Vav. All those Vavim in Rus are connected to him, his father. That was with Ruach HaKodesh, yeah. Okay, so speaking of, while we're at tzadikim, so in this week's Parsha, the Medrash Rabbah, Pei Beis, Siman Yud. It's really also in Yerushalmi. It's really minor of Yerushalmi, Shkolim, Dav Zayin and Aleph in the Bavli, which is Perek Beis, Halacha Hey. It says, the Maimers, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel says, Ein oisen nefashos tzadikim. We don't make nefashos to tzadikim. We don't make a monument or tzion, a matzeva on their kever, because divareim hein zichroneim, their words, what they taught, that is their zikaron. You don't make any pillar of matzeva on tzadikim, their kever of tzadikim. You don't do it because their words. In the Beis Medrash, every day they're saying things b'shem what they taught. Those are the zikaron. So then also the Medrash Rabbah says, Yisrael are called Rachel in different psukim, like we find in Yirmiyah when Rachel mevakel b'neha, Rachel is crying on her children about the Churban, and also even Rachel's children, Yosef, Rachel's son Yosef, also Klal Yisrael named after him, which is Sheres Yosef. Klal Yisrael called him psukim, and even her grandson Ephraim, Hanin Yaakov Ephraim. So her son and her grandson, Klal Yisrael, are named after Rachel. And then it also says that Yaakov buried her on derech, the way of Ephros, that street. So Yaakov had Ruach HaKodesh. I knew that by the Golios, Klal Yisrael will pass there, and then she will daven for Klal Yisrael in Golos once they pass the kever of Rachel. So then the Fei Torah and others, they explain these two mamorim that Klal Yisrael named after Rachel, and he had Yaakov and Ruach HaKodesh by burying her by Ephros. Those are really going on the first mimer that says that ain't us nefashos tzadikim. We don't make nefashos a monument for the kever of a tzaddik. So then you might ask, how come it says Yaakov made matzeva right after the death of Rachel? It says Yaakov made matzeva. How could Yaakov do that? If I felt her words, she was the greatest tzaddikas. She was the greater Maisim Toivin and than Rachel. So the answer is the next two mamorim of the Medrash Rabbah, which continued that he was really doing it for a zichron olam, a kavod and teferes, that to show that Yisrael, Bnei Yisrael, are always named after Rachel. So he made a monument to be a zichron olam, not because of to remember her. No, her maisim are good enough remembrance. Also, then the next reason why he did it is because so that Klal Yisrael know where she is, and as they're passing, they can see this monument that he set aside. That's another reason why he needs to make a monument for her. So the two reasons that the Medrash brings. Okay, just to end off with some interesting sayings we find in Chazals. We find some sayings. Modern English seems to be modern English old sayings. So in this, of course, the one in this parsha, Vatete Dina went out. Bas Leah, she's the daughter of Leah. So Rashi asked a question from the Medrash: why is she the daughter of Leah? Why doesn't it say the daughter of Yaakov? So the answer is, she was just like her mother. She's the daughter of Leah, just like it says by Leah, Vatete Leah. So she also Vatete. It was the same way. And Rashi continues to say that this is where the mashal comes from. Ke'en kebas, like mother, like daughter. Like mother, like daughter. Here we go. That's the first one. Like mother, like daughter. Yeah. It's really from this Rashi. Yeah. Now, two other ones from Rashi throughout Rashi in Shas. So we also find in Sukkah Daf Lamed Zayin on Beis. The Gemara asks, how do we know that we shake the lulav? So we learn that from different Psukim. They say about shaking, about like the karbanos. They say to be meinifit and meirim. Meinif, like to wave, and meirim, to bring it up. So Rashi explains meinif. So how do we know to wave the sugar, the lulav, in all directions? In a right, left, forward, up, down, and back. The way we know is meinif means to wave it, which is to wave it right, left, forward, back. That's like the waving. Meirim means to bring it up. How do we know that we shake the lulav down? Rashi says, Ein aliyah ela yerida. There's no such thing as going up without being down. So since the Pasuk says you bring it up, it means you also need to shake it down. So that what goes up must come down. Here you go, another one.
Number 2.
And then we also find in Brachos, Daf Ches Amud Beis, I think. Rashi also says over there that the wolves have ears. It says like people say the wolves have ears. So that's why this nation, they wouldn't, the Gemara praises them, how they would only give advice far out in the field. So Rashi explains it's because the wolves have ears. Like people say the wolves have ears. It's really from Medrash, Vayikra Rabbah. The wolves have ears. So because of that, they would only do it far in the field. That's very praised. Because anyone could be listening.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you listening to this to our Torah? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so now what's the question of the week?
Okay, so the Avodah Zarah of the Mosiyana that Rashi talks about, that Rashi mentions, that Yaakov buried, he hid it. Where else in history was it recovered again?
Oh, they dug it up?
Yeah, people dug it up and found it.
Dug up those Avodah Zarah. Okay. Yes. And who dug it up? Yeah. Okay, thank you for watching Torah Talk Parshas Vayishlach.
Yeah.
Okay.